Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth episode in Let's Play Ruled Waves 3 as the German Empire or the Kaiserliche Marine because we are the Navy. So we had quite a dramatic year behind us. When we look at the diplomatic situation, we will see that we no longer have such strained relations with England or Great Britain that would be one step away from war. We currently have them at 7, which I would call mild animosity from their side and from ours. It's two-sided, but it is still the worst relations that we have in the game. Together with Japan, who is our ally, which is also news, they also have 7 with Great Britain. It's kind of interesting that both of us, yes, nothing connects you together like someone you both hate, but it is still kind of interesting to see that both us and them have such strained relations with Great Britain. On the other hand, the table seems pretty good. Peaceful world so far, no war anywhere near. The highest I can see apart from us is the relations between Russia and Japan. They are at 6, and we also have a 6 with Spain. Spain actually has quite bad relations with most nations, and they are very close to Great Britain. Kind of interesting, it kind of clicks. The game makes this sort of. It is semi-random, but you can definitely see some patterns. So, in the case of a war breaking out between us and Great Britain, we are most likely going to pull Japan in, and eventually even Spain could enter. It would be kind of fun, massive war. But no, all jokes aside, we don't want to have any war with Great Britain. Not at all. Not at all. The reason for that is that I actually added the sheet that I was speaking about last time, which shows the tonnage per nation. We're going to track it from now on. And you can see that there is just an insane disparity between us and Great Britain. They have 326,700 tons. The only two nations that could come close if they combine their both fleets together is Russia and France. Kind of interesting, Russia is the second with 183,900 tons. I know that they have the Baltic, the North, and the Far East fleets. And also, the Black Sea is not in the game, or not as a region anyway. But it's kind of interesting to see that they are there. France has 169,400 tons. Then there's Italy with 111,600 tons. And then there's we. Austria-Hungary 71,000, Japan 68,300 tons, Spain 64,800 tons. Historically, kind of interestingly, Great Britain tried to keep a certain parity, which meant that they wanted to have as many battleships or ships of the line as the two following nations combined. In which case, this would be fairly realistic. Russia and France combined are about the same strength as Great Britain. We, on the other hand, nowhere near. But things ought to change eventually. We keep a build-up going on, and in just the next couple of years, we are going to most likely surpass Italy pretty quickly in the tonnage. Economy and budget. We had our first decrease in the budget since the beginning of the game, but that is connected strictly to the decrease in tensions. You can see that we lost roughly 1.5% monthly. Current year budget is 110,720. The good news, though, is that we have further increased our funds at hand to 9,727 Reichsmark, which is nearly 9% of our yearly budget. So overall, it is more than a monthly budget for us, which is great. In case something horrifying happens, we can always rely on this money to be there. I don't want to get it much higher. 10,000 was what I originally planned, so we need to increase our spending pretty soon to not go overboard on the cash at hand, because the Reichstag does not like that. As far as our expenses go, they are currently at 96.9% of our monthly budget, which I think is a healthy cost, though we are going to lower it, and I know how pretty quickly. That is by expanding the dockyard. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but we want to continue with that project for certain reasons. Ship costs, 1,542, they raised as the new ships roll out of the dockyard, currently paying 17.22% for that. Fortifications also increased by 73%, which is kind of interesting. We're currently paying 1.42%, but our project of fortifying our colonies and home territories is going well. We've put 2 8-inch batteries online this year alone, and we are building 2 more, so things are going in the right direction. Construction, on the other hand, is a little bit down. We are now paying 6,183 Reichsmark per month for it, which is 14% less than last year because we rolled the first battleship out of the dockyard, and it's in the Navy. I'm, of course, talking about Wilhelm I of the Deutsche Kaiser class. And thus we are paying almost slightly under 70% for construction. Now, these numbers might seem insane for now, but eventually as our fleet is going to grow, we will continue paying more and more for maintenance and less for construction, when you think about it as a percentage of the total. So even though the construction cost as a real number will continue to increase, the percentage of our budget is going to drop more and more. But that's just logical. As our fleet is going to grow, gets to 30, 40 ships, then of course you pay more for maintenance and less for the new ships as a percentage, even though your construction budget might even grow further. Research, sticking at 12%, there's not going to be any change in that anytime soon. Overall, I'm really happy. We are still at nearly double of what we started just a couple of years ago, so hopefully it's going to be good. The basic trajectory of our budget, income and expenses is good. I was also a little bit worried. I did not want to talk about that last time, that our expenses were higher than our income last year. But it fixed itself pretty quickly. I mean, there really is no reason to worry because you can at any time pause any kind of construction you want. But still, overall, as our plan kept going, I really was afraid that we're going to burn through the cash at hand. But it didn't happen, so everything is fine. As far as research goes, we have gained 4 levels of research knowledge in the previous year. We gained 1 in machine development, putting us to 1 in fire control, putting us to 1 in ship design, putting us to 1, and 1 in naval guns. We gained access to 12-inch guns, which, as we established, are a pretty interesting type of weapon for us, and that's where we are going to go right now. So as far as fleet overview goes, we now have 4 battleships, which is great. 1 of the new Deutsche Kaiser class, and 3 of the old, is it Wittelbach? No, Weissenberg. I keep saying Wittelbach because that's usually the first name the game throws at you, and then somehow it ingrained in my mind. So we have 1 battleship of the Deutsche Kaiser class, another one is going to come in February, and the third one in June this year. So we will have all 3 online, putting us to 6 battleships, which is great. I made a decision that for now I'm gonna keep the old Weissenberg battleships still as part of the fleet. We are going to put them though on support role as a separate division, and once we design the next battleship, and that's where I'm heading with all of this talking, we are going to distribute them among the colonies. What I mean by the next battleship is that I don't want to build more Deutsche Kaiser class battleships. What I want to build though is I want to build a new type of battleship which is going to use the 12-inch guns. Now the reason for that is simple. We need an imposing flagship for ourselves. It is no longer going to be something that we need to do as fast as possible. Instead, it is going to be a long-term project. I would like to get 3 more of those built. In the meantime, we are going to build 1 more Deutsche Kaiser class after these 2 are finished. It's going to be put in the fleet sometimes around 1894. And in the meantime, we are going to burn our way towards the new battleship. What we will need to do, however, is we will need to significantly increase our dockyard, because we're going to go about this the other way than we did so far. We are going to first design the ship and see what kind of size of dockyard we need for it, and then we're gonna expand the dockyard for that size. So what I envision for this battleship is it needs to be capable of at least 20 knots. I know that is really fast for a battleship of this time, but I just want it because it needs to be able to hold its own even against light and heavy cruisers if it gets overwhelmed. The threat from Great Britain just shows that if we ever have this kind of battleship in battle, it might need to retreat rapidly, and I want it to be capable of doing that while it keeps shooting at the following ships. So 20 knots is a minimum. We're going to use the whole vertical turbo extension engine again because we don't have access to any. It's going to have medium range and medium accommodation. That's not a problem, but it will use twin turreted 12-inch guns, one forward, one aft. So no surprise there. And I would like to have its secondaries to be of 8 inches, because we know that that's a -1 quality. Actually, it's a -1 quality. Yes, -1 quality, and we're using those as secondaries on the Deutsche Kaiser. As primaries on the Deutsche Kaiser. So this ship will have primaries of 12 inches and secondaries of 8 inches, which is the primary for Deutsche Kaiser. So it's gonna be a technological step ahead, or basically a paradigm shift for us. The tertiary guns will probably be 6 inches. Again, we'll see about that. I wanted also to have a normal belt with 10 inches thick armor plating, 2-inch deck, and I wanted to have at least 8 inches of armor on its turrets. But we're gonna see. I would like, if possible, to get the armor turret to 10 inches as well, but we are going to see. We're going to see what's going to happen. So we'll try to design a ship like that and see how big the dockyard would have to be to actually build such a ship. My expectation is somewhere around 18 to 19,000 tons. But if we can fit into that, that is going to be our primary battleship for the upcoming years. And we're going to use, I'd say, 2 of these, maybe 3, in combination with the Deutsche Kaiser class. So we'll have either 2 squadrons in the home fleet, or we're just gonna build one and put it as a flagship for now, with 4 Deutsche Kaisers with it. Now, again, I don't know how it's gonna work, and we're not gonna hurry. We're just gonna build it as we want it, and that we're always going to be building one of these new battleships at a time to not strain our budget. It can take up to 2.5, maybe 3 years to build one of those. I am okay with that. We'll be secure in the knowledge that we have the Deutsche Kaisers to carry us in the meantime. So that's what the plan for the battleships is. Now we're also building 1 heavy cruiser and 1 light cruiser. The heavy cruiser is the second ship of the Victoria Louise class, Marie Claire. And once that one is finished, we're going to start building a 3rd ship of the Victoria Louise class. I already know that we're not going to fit into the plans that I made for myself when it comes to building. I think we planned like 15 to 20 cruisers, both heavy and light, in the upcoming 2 years. It's not going to happen, but the Victoria Louise is the best cruiser that we have available right now. So I'm just going to build at least 2 more. So once Marie Claire is done, we're going to put a 3rd cruiser into construction and add it to the fleet. Same is going to happen with the Gazelle class. We're building Zebra, which is going to be done early next year, and then we're going to build yet another one, which will actually give us the possibility to sort of finish this plan for the Gazelles, because with the fact that we will not have the Deutsche Kaisers in construction now, will save a lot of money. So I might even start building 2 Gazelles at once, once the Zebra is done. But we'll see. we'll see. I don't have any plan now to build more cruisers of any type. We might want to consider building another Hela. We wanted just one more, and as these are fairly good raiders or trade protection, we could use them just for that. But I'm not really sure at this point. Anyway, bases and land fortifications, we increased our dockyard capacity to 16,000 tons. Hopefully, we will get it soon to the size we will need for our next battleship. The good news is that with the researches coming on, when you look at that, we will start seeing pretty good savings, even compared to the ships that we already have. Machine development already gave us a reduction. Ship design gave us a reduction. And if we get stuff like hull construction, armor development next, it's gonna start reducing the sizes. So, by the time that we actually finish the dockyard to the size of the design that we will create now, or actually dream of, because no shipyard is going to be able to build it at this point for us, unless we build it in foreign place, and I don't want to risk that. We will be able to, have some additional savings by the time that the dockyard is built to the necessary size. As far as coastal fortifications go, we're working on our plan fairly well. We finished the second 6-inch coastal battery in Eastern Germany, and we finished an 8-inch gun coastal battery in Bismarck Archipelago, meaning we now have 2 of our colonies defended, Southwest Africa and Bismarck Archipelago, and during this year we are going to finish the 8-inch gun in Cameroon and 8-inch gun in Tanganyika. So, I wrote Tanganyika Archipelago. That's a mistake. That's supposed to be Tanganyika, but I was mistaken. I thought that we finished Tanganyika and we are building in Bismarck Archipelago, and obviously I had a typo there. But yeah, the coastal battery protection plan is going well. I'm pretty sure that by 1900 all our colonial possessions will have the 8-inch gun batteries, because we're pretty much just going to have to build 2 more, one in Southwest Africa and one in Marshall Islands. And at that point we can actually start building the... we're actually done with that as well. We had a plan that by 1895 all of our... No, wait, what? Okay, so we skipped the part of the plan. Okay, we wanted by 1895 to have all of our colonial possessions to have 2 times 6-inch batteries. So I skipped over that and I just went all the way to the 8-inch batteries. So I think I might actually switch that to the fact that all of our colonies by 1900 will have 2 8-inch batteries, and we just need to look at our core territories, which are supposed to have all 3 6-inch and 3 4-inch. Okay, so that is fine. That should be fairly cheap. The 3 inches, we need 2 more in Germany and Eastern Germany, and 3 more in East Prussia. And we will need 1 6-inch in Eastern Germany and East Prussia. Well, that's fine. That's nothing too dramatic. And with that said, we are moving to the last part, which is the officer corps. We actually got our first fleet admiral this or last year. We don't know much about him, but he is a fleet admiral, and that's good. The amount of our admirals dropped by 1 to 4, but the amount of contra-admirals actually increased by 2 to 7. So we're looking a little bit top-heavy there when you check that we have 10 Fregattenkapitän and 11 Capitains, and then you suddenly see that we have 7 contra-admirals, 4 admirals, and 1 fleet admiral. But it's fine. We have captains for all of our ships, all of our divisions, and all of our areas, so it's not a major issue right now. But as we're going to build more and more ships, I'm hoping that the amount of captains is going to increase. We're also struggling a bit with quality when it comes to our upper echelons. You can see that as far as the 7 contra-admirals go, we have 3 below average. So that kind of sucks. And out of the 4 admirals, we don't know about the quality of 2, and 1 of them is below average. So it's not great. Not great. Where I'm happy is the captains, where we have 4 average, 1 above average, and 2 below average. So at least we're sort of weighted in the middle. We're gonna have to see. Still, it's not affecting us right now. And when the battles actually happen, you have a chance that your captains will prove their quality through the metal of combat. So we're gonna see. Anyway, that's all for the report. Now we're gonna jump into the game and enjoy the benefit of January 1893 situation. So see you there. Okay, so let's start this episode by actually looking at the project of our next battleship. I know that I'm really looking at the battleships quite a lot in this playthrough, and I promise I'm not some kind of crazy guy who wants to have 20 battleships with 4 cruisers. But it is because I really feel that we lack in the department. While we can rely on the cruisers and heavy cruisers that we already have, we definitely need to strengthen ourselves in the main primary gun carriers. So let's see what we would need here. We have a 16,000 ducat available, which is definitely not going to be enough for us. So let me just see if we can... Okay, this is looking good. And we have a ship of 15,200 tons. And the game is suggesting we put a 13-inch guns on it, which we can. But we can definitely put on a 12-inch gun, which is what we want. The penetration and damage that we're going to do with these guns is significantly higher than the 8-inch guns. Though we have quality -2 here, we are going to be able to do a lot with it. Now, let's start toying with it. I would like the secondaries to be of 8 inches, which is going to dramatically increase our ship weight. But I'm thinking whether or not we want... Okay, it's saying that you have 14 guns of caliber 2, but we're gonna put caliber 3. So this would be the weapons that I would like to... Oh my god, it's only 85 rounds. So if we want to put it to something like 170... Okay, we're already looking at 1,000 tons overweight, but this would make me happy. 170 shells for the 12-inch primary guns, 2 barrels forward, 2 barrels aft, and 1 turret, and the secondaries at 8 inches, 10 of them, and 14 of 3 inches. Okay, now if we want to increase the speed to 20, that's another 1,000 tons over. Freeboard is normal, engine power is normal, and belt coverage is normal. Okay, if we want to narrow, yeah, it would be like 700. And there's an 11-inch belt. It's actually pretty high. Very good for what we want, but let's see if we can even achieve that with the sizes. So if we continue increasing the ship at 17,000 tons, we would still be about 1,000 tons over. If we go to 18,000 tons, we would be 215 tons over. So we would have to go probably to something like 19,000 tons. Yes, at 19,000 tons, we can carry 2 12-inch guns, twin turrets. We can carry 10 8-inch secondary guns, and we can carry 14 3 inches tertiary guns with enough ammo. Now, if I tried to put you on a single turret, I don't think that, yeah, it doesn't matter, but they should have certain benefits in firepower. Would that be allowed? The ship will be more than 20% larger than the largest battleship in the world. It would be a challenge for the German shipbuilding industry. Okay, I don't know what this message means, but it would be interesting to do. And we could actually do it. That's interesting. So if we went with this, is there... Wow, we would have an 11-inch protection on our turrets as well. That's interesting. The deck could be... slightly... Jesus Christ, just lowering the deck plating from 2.5 to 2 inches gives us 350 tons. If we went with upper belt of 2 inches and extended belt of 2 inches as well, okay, we saved quite a lot of weight. Would it be enough to go all the way down to... It would be enough, okay, so we could go to 18,000 tons for this monster. That's actually pretty darn interesting. 18,000 tons is not something that we couldn't achieve. Secondary guns have 3.5 inches if I went with 4. Okay, 4 would be better. I don't think turret top needs more than 2 inches, so that is good. Extended deck 1. 11 inches for turrets is good. Conning tower has... Okay, yeah, but that's barely any different, so we can keep it at 11, even though that is extremely excessive for our purposes. Accommodation normal. Do you even have... Oh, you even have torpedoes. Okay, I'd much rather have it pointing aft and front, but we can see, so forward and aft. Yeah, we could even fit in more tubes on you. Jesus Christ, this would be a monster of a ship. I'm surprised that we can actually pull this off. The cost would be 61,475 Reichsmark. It would take 29 months of 2,120 Reichsmark per month to build this. Incidental cost. Do we see here what would be the maintenance? I don't think so. We don't have any torpedo defense, I think, available at this point. Yes, torpedo defense, so that one doesn't really. But you have flat deck. What would the slope deck do? Oh god, yeah. Okay, so flat deck. Flat deck would be, I guess, better. Slope deck would be amazing. But that one will probably have to forget about for now. If I lower the belt to 10 inches, no, it's still not be enough. For that we would have to be, what, 19,000, and even then it would probably not fit. Yeah, even then it would be an issue. If I want to... Okay, we could go with 10 inches on the belt and a sloped deck, or a regular deck. Okay, I'm okay with this. I mean, the flat deck would be fine for our purposes. If we can go with 18,000 tons, and we can, this would be everything that we want. This would be everything that we want. Cut data. The 8 inches are quality 1 and 3 inches is quality 1. Yeah, so that would make sense to have the 3 inches and 8 inches on the ship as secondaries and tertiary guns, because we are best at that. And the 12-inch guns, primaries, would do pretty heavy damage and have a really decent range for us at this point. I don't even know if you can hit something at this stage at 10,000 yards, but it's good to know that we would have the possibility. Anything else? I don't think so. I would like it as this. I mean, we don't have... Oh, we want more fire control positioning. I'm going to increase it to 3. But as we really don't have any fire control, that's going to be all there is to it. I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you think of anything. It is a beast of a ship, but building one and then maybe a second battleship and maybe a third of this class in the upcoming, 7-8 years would bring us all the way to 1900, 1902, 1903, which would be a good time to maybe start thinking of retiring the Deutsche Kaiser and making this a secondary battleship and having a primary one instead. I think this would be very imposing and could probably match anything that anyone throws at us. So let me know if you have any suggestions to this. I would like to hear it. Do you consider it excessive? Do you consider it a ship that could work for us? We'll have to probably update this one as it's going to go around with fire control, maybe even a better armor and better engines. As they will develop, it could probably get to a much higher speed eventually. But yeah, with this, if you even get it later on to a better quality caliber, better quality guns, it could serve us all the way to, say, 1920 easily as a secondary battleship, because with these kinds of guns, it could match most of the battlecruisers that we will start seeing later on. Though again, I don't want to say that it's like an, invincible ship. It definitely isn't that, because it doesn't have any torpedo defense. That would be, for example, one problem. So down the line, we would have to bulge them and add torpedo defense and stuff like that, which would slow them down. But yeah, I like it. I'm trying to think of something else that we would like to add to this one. Anti-air doesn't have anything for us right now. We don't need mines or anything. No float planes, though this ship could definitely later on benefit from having at least one catapult. So it has a scout plane on it that could give it information. But yeah, I like it. Something like that. So let's consider this Project X. I'm going to just save it as a picture for myself so that I know what we have talked about here. And we are going to work our way to it. So we need 2,000 more tons in the dockyard capacity to build this one. And I think this one isn't... Is it still considered an issue? No, it is not even an issue for the industry. So that's pretty good. 80,000 tons. I like it. I was expecting it... I didn't even expect it to be able to carry 11-inch belt with the 20 knot speed. This amount of weapons. This is pretty darn good. Cool. Now that we have taken care of Projekt Berlin, as I decided to call it, we can power through 1893. So, right off the bat, we are of course immediately going to start expanding our dockyard. It's going to cost us 750 per month for 12 months. And yes, we have to, because without it, there is no Projekt Berlin. With that said, I think that is all for us for now. The ships in service are okay. Ships under construction are also okay. We're going to have a lot of ships coming in the next couple of months. Everything here is, okay. So Wilhelm I is part of the division. What about the classes? Have we missed anything that we would like to add? No, you guys are going to be separate and Fürst Bismarck. Okay, so it's fine. We can actually go ahead and end the turn. It seems that we have a smaller tonnage of large cruisers, heavy cruisers or battle cruisers in service or building of all the great powers. The Kaiser is displeased. Your prestige suffers. Wow, we had no requirement for that, but I guess we should take care of that. I don't know. Okay, well, we need more heavy cruisers then. And research breakthrough, armor development, the Harvey armor, considerable improvement of armor quality. And good. That doesn't reduce our size or weight of the armor, but I believe it increases or decreases the enemy penetration. So that's also pretty good, but only for new ships if I'm not mistaken. Intelligence report from Great Britain. The government of Great Britain has increased naval spending to keep its navy preeminent. Okay, well, they're gonna drown us in ships anyway. The press in the United States is complaining that their navy has too few cruisers. Well, the Kaiser is also complaining about that. Intelligence reports Spain. Spain is said to have increased the naval budget. It seems we have the smallest total tonnage of large cruisers, heavy cruisers or battle cruisers in service or building of all the great powers. The Kaiser is displeased. Tensions between Austria-Hungary and Italy increased. Okay. Tensions between Russia and Japan decreased. Okay. Intelligence report from Russia. It seems that Russian research in fire control has been helped by technology leaks from our industry. God damn it. Well, okay. What can I do? And research breakthrough, armor development, the Harvey armor, considerable improvement of armor quality. Good. We're still bleeding out money. No problem there because we're building the dockyard. The ships will be done very soon. Can we remove the construction pace from the Zebra? No, we can't. We have to keep it there. Okay, so we'll keep it there for a little bit longer, and we're gonna take care of it. So let's end the turn. We finished the construction of an 8-inch coastal battery in Cameroon, and our ship Friedrich III is commissioned into the Navy. Oh, how we rejoiced. So, intelligence report from Great Britain. The government of Great Britain has increased naval spending again. Jesus Christ. We have finished construction of an 8-inch coastal battery in Cameroon, and we finished Friedrich III and commissioned into the Navy. Captain Sorze Lassmann was given command. Okay. Italy. Their battleship Lepanto will reportedly be commissioned in 9 months. Okay. And new ship under construction of a light cruiser class Pantelope has a top speed of 20 knots and a belt armor of 2 inches. That sounds reasonable. USA, our 8-inch guns are superior to theirs. Our 3-inch guns are superior to theirs. So they have a quality of lower of these two, I guess. And new ship under construction of the heavy cruiser class Huron is rumored to carry 6-inch main guns. Okay. And the heavy cruiser Frederick were reported to be commissioned in 19 months in the United States. And tensions between Japan and Russia increased, and tensions between Russia and Japan decreased yet again. Okay, that's good. Okay, monthly balance is now 1327 due to the fact that we finished our second Deutsche Kaiser battleship and that we finished the coastal fortification. So what I think we ought to do now is we actually should finish up the project of the 8-inch coastal batteries. Where the hell do we need them? Cameroon, I think we have. Okay. Tanganyika we have. Bismarck Archipelago we have. Southwest Africa we have. So we're missing Marshall Islands. Right? Yeah, Marshall Islands. So we're gonna build one there. And where else? Bismarck Archipelago, Cameroon, Marshall Islands, Southwest Africa, and Tanganyika. Is that all? I thought we needed 2. Germany, we have. Cameroon, we have. Tanganyika is being constructed right now. Bismarck Archipelago, we have. Southwest Africa, we have. Marshall Islands, we're building. East Prussia and Eastern Germany. Okay, so then we can actually look at the situation in East Prussia, Eastern Germany. We have 6-inch in Prussia, and in Germany we have 3. So we could actually add 1 6-inch coastal battery to Eastern Germany and then East Prussia. So 6 inches to Eastern Germany, right? Yep. And 1 to East Prussia. Okay, so this way we will have 3 6-inch coastal batteries in all of our core territories, and we'll just add a couple of 4-inch batteries. And we have a little bit of a positive balance now, which is good. We're gonna get Marie Claire finished soon on the Victoria Louise class next turn, which is good. So let's end the turn. I don't think we need anything else. We really need to keep an eye on our prestige, though. It's fairly low. Boom times. There has been a windfall in tax revenues. What is your recommendation on how to spend the money? Strengthen the Navy. Budget prestige, but increase tensions. We should build railroads to increase the long-term prosperity of the nation. And we could start some modest social programs. Let's go with the railroads. I have a feeling that the budget... I mean, we really need the prestige, but this one should be the best choice. And our scientists have made unexpected advance in armor-piercing projectiles. We have gained an increase in armor-piercing penetration. Good. Japan has ordered a battleship of Fuso class in one of our shipyards. Interesting. So we're building a Fuso class ship for them. We have an unexplained delay in building Marie Claire. Okay. Admiral Kester has retired from the command of the Baltic. Contra-Admiral Knecht is promoted to Admiral and placed in command of the Baltic. Our scientists have made unexpected advances. Yes, we know. Okay, so now we have quite a lot of money. So I think what we could do here is we could build another, or start building another White Cruiser of the Gazelle class. Because we need to burn a little bit of this money. We're actually sitting on quite a lot of funds and I don't entirely like it. So the Gazelle class ship we're gonna build. Yeah, we need to build one first, and we're gonna call it Ibex. Because that is related to the Gazelle. Yep. So it is going to be finished in 20 months. Okay, you still... Okay, let's accelerate. We have the money. 600 is fine. And because we're gonna build you and... Okay, you know what? Let's build another of the Gazelle class. And we're gonna call this one Toppy. Yeah, it's gonna be 21 knots. So now we're burning quite a lot of cash, but I'm okay with it because you guys are gonna finish soon, which should be fine. And before I forget, I need to put the Friedrich III battleship in the home fleet, just so that we don't forget later on about it. So we're burning quite a lot of money monthly, but that's fine because we're getting quite a lot of ships built and gonna strengthen our White Cruiser fleet. And once you guys are gonna be finished, I'm gonna build another Marie Claire and another Victoria Louise. These are the best cruisers that we have. Okay, we're gonna build one more. So let's end the turn, enter into May. Okay, Marie Claire is commissioned into the Navy. Contra-Admiral Thuman is placed in command of the Home Fleet Cruiser Support. Intelligence report: Great Britain. The government of Great Britain has increased naval spending again. Captain Surzer Riedel is placed in command of Marie Claire. Okay. Our ship Marie Claire is commissioned. We know about that. Admiral Knecht has retired. Contra-Admiral Wächter is promoted to Admiral and placed in command of the Baltic. Damn, that's a third Admiral this year. Intelligence support from Spain. A new ship under construction of Almirante Oquendo is rumored to carry 8-inch guns. A new ship under construction of the battleship Fernando VII is rumored to carry 8-inch main guns. I'm feeling better that we're not the only ones to actually have 8-inch guns on our battleships. Tensions between Spain and Japan increased because of the control of the Philippines, and between Spain and the United States because of the control of Cuba. And Russian gun manufacturers are now advertising 11-inch guns. Okay, our tensions increased slightly, but we are fine with it. And we now have yet another ship of the Victoria Louise class. We're gonna add it to the first cruiser. Which one is that? Is it this one? Yes, first cruiser support division. So where are you, Victoria Louise? So we'll have two of you there. Victoria Louise, Marie Claire, and I'm thinking we will start building another one. Have we still? Yeah, we still haven't finished Wilhelm here. Interesting. Either way, we're gonna build another Victoria Louise. I'm gonna name it Freya. Let's call it. Let's call it. Let's call it. Irene Isabel. It's gonna be finished in 22 months. Victoria Louise. Okay, so I'm kind of happy that we're managing to keep I give up. Let's skip it at 10. And you also need a normal construction pace. I'm happy we're building 5 ships, 3 light cruisers, 1 heavy cruiser, and 1 battleship. And once the battleship is finished, we're gonna lay off on building more battleships for now, because we're gonna have 3. But I would eventually like to get another Deutsche Kaiser ship in the fleet, because having 4 and then one of the battleships of Projekt Berlin as a flagship would be pretty good, or so I think. Tensions are not bad, still 7 with Great Britain, 6 with Spain, but it's manageable. So let's end the turn. Wilhelm II is commissioned into the Navy, and Friedrich III has finished working up, and we got a research breakthrough in turrets and gun mountings, loading mechanization, gradual national rate of fire improvement. Good. So Captain zur See Vogelsand of Victoria Louise is promoted to Grand Admiral and placed in command of the First Home Fleet. Okay, and Captain zur See Kern is placed in command of Victoria Louise. And Captain zur See Heizhausen is placed in command of the battleship Wilhelm II. Okay, and tensions between Japan and Russia decreased because of random tension changes, and between Spain and USA decreased because of random tension changes. And we got the turrets and gun mountings. Okay, we don't need the update. And our tensions with Great Britain decreased to 6, which is great. Okay, now we need a little bit of a change here. We need to remove the Weissenbergs from the division. And we will add the 3rd ship of the Deutsche Kaiser class, and we are going to create a new division. New division, we're going to call it the 2nd. What would we call it? Fleet battleship support. And it's gonna be 2BX, and it's going to work as a core on the First Home Fleet. And we need to add our 3 Weissenberg ships into it. Okay. So far so good. We will need another Contra-Admiral to lead that one. And in staff position. I really do hope that you have good skill. Okay, it's June 1893. We are losing a little bit of money here, but that's fine. Coastal fortifications are being constructed. We are expanding our dockyard, and the ships in service are also rapidly increasing. So we now have 6 battleships, but only 3 of them are worth anything. We have 5 heavy cruisers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 light cruisers, and we have 7 corvettes. And I'm thinking I will retire the Columbia, as I said, just for the hell of it, because we don't want that ship anymore, but we'll see. Right now it's not the time. One of our major arms manufacturers wants to enter a technology sharing agreement with a company in Austria-Hungary. Is this advisable? And never. Cooperation will benefit both of our nations. Sure, let's cooperate with Austria-Hungary. We will definitely want to have good relations with them. So Contra-Admiral Top is placed in command of the Home Fleet battleship support. Admiral Elrich has returned. He didn't have any command role. And Russia and Japan increased their tensions because of Sakhalin, and Spain and Japan increased their tensions because of the Philippines. It's good to see no yellow on the board, especially in regards to us. But I'm kind of happy with this. We could have, a little bit more tensions with Italy and Russia. I wouldn't mind, maybe even France, but so far we are doing good. So let's end the turn. We finished the construction of the 8-inch coastal banner in Tanganyika, and Marie Claire finished her working up. The Japanese government is interested in buying the rights to turrets and gun mountings, loading mechanization for 3,000. By all means, they're our allies, so let's sell them that. And we got a research breakthrough in subdivision and damage control, improved watertight integrity, gradual damage control improvement. Cool. Good news from all sides. So we spend 3,000 on, or we got 3,000. Japan spent 3,000 on buying technology from us, and we finished construction of the coastal battery. Marie Claire has finished working up. Intelligence report from Italy. They're siphoning technology from us due to technology leaks. Same with Austria-Hungary and okay. Well, I mean, we cannot be a technological leader and not have any leaks. And now we are behind, and everybody else is average or advanced. That's awesome. So not only are we leaking technology, but everybody else is doing better. So what the hell do you need our technology for? Okay, with that said, we do have quite a lot of money, so I feel like we might be a little bit more brazen with the construction. So let's see. We have in East Prussia 3 6-inch coastal batteries. We have 3 in Eastern Germany, and we have 3 in Germany. And we have only 1 and 1. So we're gonna build 2 coastal batteries in East Prussia of the 4 inches. And was it East Prussia? 2 of those. We're gonna build 1 in Eastern Germany and 1 in East Prussia. Okay, that's where our money. Wait, East Prussia? Was it East? I think that might have been a mistake. East Prussia 664. Yeah, that one is a mistake. Scrap. That one doesn't really belong there. So we have East Prussia, Eastern Germany, and it was supposed to be Germany. Okay, Germany. Okay, so now we're done with our home territories, and we have also all of our colonies protected. Good. So that process of the table is a lot of our plate. And with the tensions low, the Reichstag votes to reduce naval spending. Oh, god damn it. We finished the 6-inch coastal battery in Eastern Germany, and same in East Prussia, and Wilhelm II finished working up. Good. Italy increased the naval budget. Wilhelm, we've read this. Captain Surza, in command of Wilhelm I, is promoted to Grand Admiral and placed in command of Home Fleet Cruiser Support. Okay, pretty good. Just some changes in command. Okay, we're still bleeding out money even with the finishing of the coastal fortifications, but I'm fine with that because we have a lot of cash at hand. We're building 6 coastal batteries. That's a lot of money when you look at that. That's probably 2 full ships to being built. Okay, Zebra, Ibex, and Topi are being constructed, and so is Irene Isabel. It's September, so let's move on to October. Our chief scientist says that they are searching for a solution to improve cementing. It's complicated. And we got improved shipbuilding steel. 1% weight saving on hull. Nice. And they're having issues with the early gyroscope. Okay, that's fine. Counter Admiral Fogelstand has shown himself to be of below average ability. Okay, great. And a trade mission has acquired important research results in explosive shells from Great Britain. Interesting. We stole some technology from them. And Pobeda will be commissioned in 23 months in Russia. How construction, we know about that, and our scientists report are working on problem of early gyroscope. That's fine. So we are still doing sort of good. Everything is fine. In 3 months, the dock size is going to be increased. So it's on the turn. Finished an 8-inch coastal battery in Marshall Islands. And range tables, but It might be beyond the state of our science at present. Okay. Problems in delivery of equipment have delayed the construction of the IBEX. No problem. And Great Britain and USA decreased their tensions due to common values. USA and Spain decreased tensions because of random tension changes, and we suck at technology research. Okay, tensions with Great Britain increased to 7 again, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I'm fine with it. I'm thinking whether or not we want to build some more batteries at this point. I'd much rather maybe start building another battleship of the Deutsche Kaiser class, because we want to have 4 of those before the Projekt Berlin kicks in. So let's do that. We're gonna build the 4th one. It's gonna be the final ship, and it's gonna be named Deutsche Kaiser. So we'll have 4 ships of the Deutsche Kaiser class. 1405 monthly, 28 months. That is fine. So good. We are now bleeding about 1,000 per month, but it's fine because we have nearly 15,000 in funds. That is way too much for us at this point. So let's end the turn. Tensions between Russia and Great Britain decreased. Okay, and between Austria-Hungary and Great Britain decreased. Cool, no problem there. Tensions between us and Great Britain increased, and same with Spain. Why? But I'm happy to say that our fleet tonnage is now 124,000. I was thinking that we would be better than Italy by now, but they also grew quite significantly. Oh well, never mind. More ships is more fun for everyone. So yeah, and in January 1894, we are going to finish the dock expansion, and we're going to start another one, and it's going to be the end of this episode. So let's end the turn. Private shipbuilding is expanding. Max dock size increased by 500 tons. Oh, come on. Come on. We could have been done. Only 500 tons. Damn. If it was 1,000, then we would have what we need for the Projekt Berlin. New dock is completed. We had Admiral Knorr promoted to Fleet Admiral and placed in a post ashore. Counter Admiral Karp is promoted to Admiral. He's going to be commanding Northern Europe. And we have Russia and Great Britain decreased tensions. Italy and Austria, Hungary decreased tensions. And USA and Spain increased tensions because of hereditary enmity. And intelligence report from Great Britain. It seems that British research in subdivision and damage control has been helped. Okay, yeah. Awesome. Well, either way, we are done now. I'm gonna just activate the dock size expansion again, because we definitely need to do that, and I don't want to forget about it. So we're gonna have about 500 tons of extra availability in a year, which we might use on Projekt Berlin if we want to start with it in January 1895. In the meantime, we're building 5 ships. Zebra is going to be done in 2 months. Topi will come in 11. Ibex in 12. And Irene Isabel in 14. And Deutsche Kaiser will come in 26 months. We're going to finish also quite a lot of those coastal fortifications in next month, which is great, because that's going to give us about 800 monthly, so we're just gonna be sitting at a minor deficit, which is good because, you know, minor deficit is what you really want while you're expanding your fleet. But we might consider, you know, starting a second round of expansions on the 8-inch coastal batteries, which we can then have in our colonies just to protect them slightly better, or do a 6-inch, depending on what we want. As far as research goes, we had a bunch of new levels happening, which is great, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the next episode is going to bring to us, because If we manage to get a set of further reductions, it is very much possible that the Projekt Berlin is going to be even better. Because already we know that we're going to have a spare 500 tons to play around with, and with the reduction in hull size and other things, it might actually become a pretty darn good battleship. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode.